I'm John Marshall, and we're Suncoast NPI TV, and we're coming at you now. Wow. Suncoast NPI TV is live now. This is crazy. I'm John Marshall. I'm the owner of Suncoast NPI, and I have to tell you, I'm about ready to jump out of my skin. I'm so excited that we actually have this platform going on. This has been in the works for over 3 years now. I have to tell you, this has been prayerful, in the works, being overseen, being talked about. And we couldn't be more fired up to be sitting here today to bring you Suncoast NPI TV. You as a viewer, why should you be excited? We're all about referrals. We're all about growing your business through word-of-mouth referrals, which is the #1 way to do so. But we do so much more than that, and you're getting ready to learn a lot of different things. And I'm the owner. I'm the leader of Suncoast NPI. But really, at the end of the day, I'm following his lead. And it's full of incredible members that really, they truly are. They have a servant's heart. They're committed to the commitment to make these chapters thrive. And bottom line, they're true rock stars in the categories. And you're going to hear from 3 of those a little bit later on today, with Paul Friedlander with Total Title, with dscott with Cosmic Digital Design, and with Ben Coughanour with Mangrove Realty. So I couldn't be more delighted to be sitting here. And I just have to throw kudos out to Mr. John Gaston with WeBeam TV for bringing this platform for us. I know we've been working on this for literally 3 years. It's been in the works. And I want to throw a shout out to Mr. Jason Robinson, who's making everybody look pretty up here. So he's the producer for Suncoast NPI ITV. And again, we couldn't be more delighted to just kind of tee this up and get it rolling. I'd like to roll into a quick video to kind of just set the stage for everybody.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to John Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in, because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28+ year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel.
This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money.
Right.
Great. So thanks very much. So again, let's look at that actual mission statement. So locally owned, you're looking at it right here. And John Marshall, Suncoast NPI, 29 years young this May. So we've been around. We're not your granddaddy's referral networking organization. We come with a lot of fire, a lot of energy, a lot of passion. So again, you as the viewer, I really encourage you to look in and check out any of these chapters that we have throughout the Tampa Bay area. But 29-year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking company with a community look and feel. Each one of those words is really, really, really intentional. And I want you to kind of think about that. Locally owned, so that means we're here. We want this place where we can work and make money, and And that's what the members are involved in. They get involved first and foremost to get in and grow their business through word-of-mouth referrals. And but we all know there's much more to it than that. It's a place where we eat, work, live, and play. And we want to make this place a better place to be. And that's really one of the main conduits why I actually purchased this organization 5 years ago as far as Suncoast NPI. And it was the opportunity. I really love to see people grow personally. I really love to see people grow professionally, but I really love to have a conduit to give back into the community. So as you heard just earlier, just like last year, we did over 8,000 hours. So again, a referral. So we're not a leads group. We're not, we're not about meeting in a chapter where you can say, hey, I met somebody, they might be interested in your business, why don't you give them a call? No, it's all about a referral and a specific referral. And so our definition is a person or company who is interested in a fellow member's product or service and expected his or her phone call within 24 hours and has the money to pay for it. And so the referral is the true way and the number one way to grow your business. And we have stats that push it up as every referral that we get passed through. On the low end, it's like 63% as a referral conversion, and the higher end is like 88%. And it's a crazy amount that you can talk about, and you just can't get a better value for your buck when you actually go forward and do that, actually have that impression. So what's really, why? So why do you want to get involved? Why would you want to check this out further? One, you can come have breakfast and lunch on the chapters, right? Come get a feel for 15 to 30 other business professionals that are there truly focused to help you grow your business. And what we like to say is we have 5 main benefits of NPI, and one, first and foremost, is really to make money. And the second one is to meet professionals you otherwise would not would not know. And then third is to increase your ability to act as a resource to your clients, customers, friends, and family. And then to continue your professional education and improve your public speaking and listening skills. And finally, to give to other people in the community. And so what we found is if you had all the time and all the money in the world to help you to grow your business, it's been said that it'd be really great to be involved with a civic type organization, whether it be your church or and then as well as a chamber of commerce. And then finally a referral group, not a leads group, a referral group. And what we like to bring to the table is we have the opportunity really at the end of the day to cover all 3 of those if you want. I'm heavily involved with my church and heavily involved with the chambers, and so it's just all about where you are. But if you had to take one thing and put it in your sales arsenal as of right now, this is the place to be to help you to actually grow your business and sharpen. Like we say, iron sharpens iron. So a little bit of a conduit as far as how we got here and why I'm here, why I'm sitting here. Just so you understand who John Marshall is and what I'm all about. I have 20 plus years of running tech companies both in San Francisco and in the New York area. And back in 8 years ago now, my wife and I, we decided that we really wanted to slow it down and focus and raise a family. And that's what led us from San Francisco to the Tampa Bay area. And here, actually, I ran sales for a small company called Savvy Card, and we helped them raise a couple $1 million and opened up 3 sales verticals for them, and one of which was business networking. And that's how I first got turned on to NPI, and specifically Suncoast NPI. And I actually sold the technology into them and got to know the people, got to know the owners, and found that this is just a vehicle that is an amazing opportunity for the small, medium business person and professional to ultimately grow their business. And it's really, I don't know where else you can go and actually get a sales force, an extended sales force with just that membership alone. Somebody that's fully vetted, fully vested to come and help you and grow your business. So I really encourage you to just kind of give us a look. We actually we have chapters all throughout the Tampa Bay area. I'm one of 3, so we have it in Tampa Bay. We have it all covered for you, and you can always go to suncoastnpi.com to learn more about these chapters. So again, referral based is where it really is all about. And with that, how else can you get where you're actually picking up the phone, calling somebody and they actually are waiting for you to call them. They have a business pain and they know that you're going to call them and they're expecting your call, and they actually have the means to pay for it. That's where it's unheard of how you can actually catapult your business through the opportunity with Suncoast NPI and referral networking. So the other things we want to talk about is, like, as you continue to spread yourself around, as you're going to see Mr. Paul Friedlander come up here next. You know, he's the full epitome of a know, like, and trust guy, and what he brings to the table. Same thing with dscott with Cosmic Digital Design. And actually, where else can you get a platform like this, as far as the members are concerned, to come in there and showcase their talents? Because not only in the chapters, but then also bring it out to the community and bring it out to the world via WeBeam TV. It's just an incredible opportunity. And again, I just, like I said, it's been 3 years since we really thought about doing something like this, and it's just been amazing that we've been able to hit the go button with this. There's been so much planning, so much preparation going on in the back end, and we're absolutely delighted to bring this to you. So to give you an idea of what it takes to get to go on and move forward, and it's just as simple as going to the website, taking a look at where the chapters are, and figuring out where we can find the fit for you. And if you don't see a fit, we're opening up new chapters as we speak. And just call me, 510-821-0654. And again, John Marshall, Suncoast NPI. We always talk about remember a member, but our final really tagline is that we like to say that when we pull together, we all win. And that's what we're all about. And it's again, I'm the owner, I'm the leader, but I'm just a servant in this game called Suncoast NPI, and I'm just so excited and proud to be part of this and to run it for everybody involved. So we appreciate you, and can't wait to see this next segment that's about to come up, and look forward to a lot of interesting, entertaining, humorous opportunities that we're going to see, and have lots of laughs as we do it. So John Marshall, Suncoast NPI. When we pull together, we all win. I'm John Marshall, and we're Suncoast NPI TV, and we're coming at you now.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to John Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in, because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28+ year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel.
This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities, as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally there, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money.
Right.
welcome back. First edition of Suncoast NPI ITV. I'm John Marshall, I'm the owner, and I happen to be the host as well. So, as you said earlier, just totally psyched to be here. And can you believe this? Our first guest, first show out of the chute.
My pleasure and my honor. Thank you so much,
Paul
man.
Friedlander, Total Title Solutions.
John Marshall, it's good to be here. Listen, I'm so excited that you finally got this off the ground and how it's going to move forward. And a lot of times in some of the shows, I'm on your side of the desk, so this is a different side of the desk for me, being able to talk a little bit about Total Title Solutions, about NPI. And I'll start by talking about Total Title Solutions.
Yeah,
one of the things, I don't know if you're familiar, if you know our president, CEO, Abe Musa, but Abe is all about customer service. And you and I have talked about it before, and one of the things about customer, everybody is in the same business, whether you're a realtor like Ben, whether you do web design like David, whether you own Suncoast NPI, at the end of the day, we all are selling the same exact service, and that's customer service.
I'm into that.
And one of the things that stands us above some of the other companies out there is the fact that we have really 3, maybe even 4 out-of-the-box things that we do, one of which is if a realtor will send us a address, we will put together a complete listing package with the comps, the public schools, the private schools, the surrounding neighborhoods, the whole 9 yards. We will also then put together a moving guide, which helps the person. It tells them whether they're taking it to the new home, whether they're going to leave it at the old home. And we will put together a preliminary title search for them. So going into that listing appointment or using that title search as a second opportunity to go back and visit that potential client, if there's any potential things that might slow it up when it gets to closing, to make it, our motto is closings made simple.
Gotcha.
And the other thing that we do is we do what we call concierge or mobile closings. And what that means is that we will go wherever it's convenient for the client. We don't charge to do that mobile closing. 99% of the time we actually will send a closer, not a mobile notary that just slides it under your nose and so you can sign it. And we've been as far as, we've been to Orlando, we've been as far as down into Bradenton. We have offices, main offices off of 590 behind Johnny's in McMullen Booth. We have an office down on Central in St. Pete. We have one on Druid in downtown Clearwater. We've got the one that I work out of most of the time up here on Government Drive in Newport Richey. We've got one in Spring Hill. We just have one that we just recently opened in Tarpon Springs, and we have an office in Jacksonville.
Wow,
so
you guys are booming.
Yeah, we are booming. Again, it's all about customer service, and that 3rd/4th out-of-the-box thing that we do, we have a full-time attorney on staff. So anything that goes within the system that needs to be taken care of, Danny's there to help us with. And I'll give you a perfect example. We have some clients that have worked with other attorneys, but by working with us, it gives you that, attorneys normally are done 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Right.
And so they were getting frustrated at the end of the day not being able to get answers. So this gives them a little more expanse. This lets them work a little bit later. This gives them the opportunity, because of the number of people we have, to be able to do a second or a third closing on a Friday, saying that, as opposed to somebody saying, I'm sorry, I don't have enough staff to get them all done today. And Abe will tell you, the first thing Abe will tell you is, you never say no to anybody. Don't know if we can fix it, but you never say no. And if we can, we'll go to that extra step to get it taken care of.
That's awesome.
We also have a young man on staff by the name of Ryan Thompson, who is a full-time marketing person for us.
Okay.
So if a realtor needs some help with flyers, if a realtor needs some help with postcards, or needs some direction on how to do marketing, that Ryan, just like Danny, is a phone call away. And in fact, with Danny, the number we actually give you to talk to Danny is his cell number. So everybody is accessible. That's the key.
Right.
Abe's one of these people who does not like to talk to a voicemail.
And
we try to make sure that when you call us, you don't talk to a voicemail.
That's incredible, Paul.
It's been a good, it's a wonderful experience. He knows how to do business. He knows how to make people happy out there, and that's the key.
Yeah.
And then when it comes to you guys, I joined your Trinity Newport Richey group a little over a year ago, and I would say in my...
And we're glad to have you.
Yeah, and I am glad to be there, because I'm going to tell you, we probably had probably 30 times return on our investment in that first year. And that's what it's all about, guys. It's about referrals. It's about working with people. But more importantly, you talked about a little bit in your segment, it's about credibility.
Right.
And it's about accountability.
Absolutely.
And John's going to yell at me because my watch keeps hitting the table. Sorry, John. But anyhow, we are just, we're excited. We're excited to be the first segment on this, and we're excited about where we're going with this program because this is just the start.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this really, it's for the viewers, right? To kind of help expand our brand more, but really expand you. It's really, at the end of the day, it's for you guys. It's for the members. I'm all about just trying to, how can we do to bring more value to you as the member? And you hit it on the head. I mean, you saw, vetted, we're bringing professionals in. Total Title. Let's go back there for a second.
Please.
How long has Total Title been around?
Gosh, Total Title's been around for quite a while. I believe Abe has owned it for probably 8, 9, maybe 10 years now. It was already in existence when he took it over. I believe it was a single store at that time, so to speak.
Yeah.
He's expanded. We're actually even looking at possibly moving into the Tampa marketplace.
Gotcha.
With a physical office. But again, with the concierge closings, it doesn't matter if you're in Tampa because we're gonna get there to take care of it for you anyways. And in this market, I'll tell you where that becomes really important. And I've done a few of them myself where somebody's selling a house because they've had to move to an assisted living facility because of the age demographics.
Right.
So that person, it's so nice to be able to go to that facility, sit down, make them feel comfortable, and get the paperwork done there rather than say, no, I'm sorry, you have to come to our office.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Or we're going to send you a mobile notary that is going to throw the papers under your nose and you have to sign them and don't ask any questions because I really won't know any of the answers.
Right.
So even in a situation where I'm not a licensed closer, when I go out to do the paperwork, I can explain the paperwork.
That's incredible.
If they have a question, and that's the key. That's why I said we very rarely, unless it's just an exception, try never have to use a mobile notary.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's awesome. Customer service. You want to talk about that for a minute? You want to talk about that a little bit further?
Guys, let me tell you about customer service. In all my career, customer service is, this man talked about it in the first segment, customer service is about being a server. It's about going the extra mile. It's about not saying no. It's about saying, I don't know that I can fix that situation,
right,
but let me make some phone calls and let me try. And that's what's, because so many people, I don't care again what the business is, so many people go, well, can you do this for me? No.
Right.
No, that's not the, maybe you can't, but at least have the courtesy to tell that person, you know what, I don't know that I can do that for you, but I am more than willing to go out of my way to try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's where people don't get it. It doesn't matter what you're selling, whether it's a hamburger at McDonald's, people want to walk in there and see a smile.
I'm John Marshall.
You got the smile. You're probably 75% through the show already at that point.
Yeah, what do they say? Check up from the neck up, right?
Yeah,
it's all about positive attitude and bring it to the table.
May not be. You may have had some challenges, but you don't bring that to work.
Right.
And and then what? I'll tell you, take customer service one more step. How many times do we smile and have fun with our customers or clients, and then at the end of the day, when we're worn down, we go home and we treat our family like we should have been treating our clients, and that's and I'm not here to philosophize, but it happens all too often where you go, okay,
I've done that before.
Yeah. Would I've talked to my client the way I just said something to my wife or to one of my kids or something? And probably not. So remember, your most important clients really at the end of the day are at your house. Right.
Hope my kids aren't watching right now because every now and then I do have an anger spasm, believe it or not. But hey.
And they understand. But again, so often I think about that. I would have never talked to a client like that. Even if I was mad at the client, I wouldn't have talked to him like that.
Absolutely.
And that's the key. That's what makes Total Title stand out, because everybody is trained in such a way that, no, you don't ever say no to a client. You don't know that you can fix it, but at least tell them you're going to try.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't need to tell you, when you pick up that phone, somebody can tell whether you're smiling.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody can tell if you're a happy camper or not a happy camper.
I'm sure you've probably been in front of I'm sure you've done it in front of the mirror a couple times yourself, haven't you?
And I've got to the point where, thank you Lord, I've been around on this earth for a really long time, so I don't even have to use a mirror anymore. But I'll catch myself. And then it just it boils down to smiling, common courtesy, and going the extra mile. And that's what we do at Total Title. That's what we do at NPI. That's what it's really all about.
That's awesome, Paul. Yeah, again, I'm delighted that you're here. You're part of this, and you're number one up. I mean, how did that happen? How did you get number one up, man?
I sort of turned the screws on him and said, "Look, I got some other things today. Can I go first, please?"
Oh,
So,
no.
want anything special?
No, stop it.
So, but it's been a, like I said, NPI has been a dream for me, in what's happened in our chapter. It's like everything else. It all starts at the top. It all starts with leadership at the end of the day. Just like with Total Title Solutions, it all starts at the top. It all starts with leadership. What that leader spreads down is what's going to come back.
Yeah, I appreciate sharing that. I mean, again, I try. It's a servant's heart all the way through,
yes.
Right? From the top to the bottom, right?
Yep.
If you all have the right attitude and the right servant.
You can't be a leader if you've never been a follower.
That's right. And so with Suncoast NPI, I don't know if you want to drill into that. Like we talk about, we just don't accept anybody.
No.
At Suncoast NPI.
No.
And we do vet, right?
Yep.
And so, like, as the owner, for myself, when I heard your name, and I've heard your name for a while, and I've known you for a while, and I heard your name, I'm like, get on the phone with him, because what we're looking for, people that are absolutely stellar, that are rock stars in the categories.
That.
Check, Mr. Friedlander. People that have a servant's heart, double, triple check, Mr. Friedlander. And then really committed to the commitment to make this thrive. So, I mean, you are the epitome of the Suncoast NPI member, and I'm truly honored to have you part of the Suncoast NPI family.
And wouldn't be able to do that if you hadn't provided the platform, so kudos back to you also. But again, it's about, like you said, we vet people because it's still about accountability.
Right.
If I send you a referral, you're going to follow up on that referral, and people that live in Florida know plenty of times somebody will come out and do it for a proposal, and you'll never hear from them again, or they say they're coming out and you never see them.
Gotcha. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
You can sit back and go, God, does everybody have all the business they need?
Yeah.
God bless that person.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand. I don't understand.
So that's what NPI is about. That the people we have in our groups are accountable. They have a servant's heart, but more importantly, the accountability part is so important. And they're credible. They will get the job done, and you can be comfortable when you refer a friend or somebody you've met on the street that person's.
We're going to head to a break, so I appreciate you, Paul.
My friend, thank you.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you.
I'm John Marshall, and we're Suncoast NPI TV, and we're coming at you now.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to John Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in, because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28 plus year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel.
This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members. But more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally there, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money.
Right.
Suncoast NPI ITV, first edition, first show. John Marshall, Suncoast NPI owner and leader of this organization. So again, but it's not me. I'm just playing my part, being a servant. And who do we have here today? Look at this.
Who do we have?
David Scott. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm totally psyched to have you here, Mr. David Scott, Cosmic
TV
Digital
show
Design.
now.
I know, it's like loco, man. Remember back in the day, we're just milling around over at the Center Club, you know, and we're hanging out on the business committee. And wow, look at this. Next thing you know, we're on TV.
Wow.
But today's about you.
It is.
David Scott,
All right.
Cosmic Digital Design.
Yes.
You know, who's Mr. David Scott? I know him pretty well, and I can tee you up a few things, but let's just see what you got to say here.
Who am I?
Who are you, Mr. David Scott?
Well, from a business perspective, like how I make my money is I own a web design agency. So, you know, I design and market websites.
And you do it very well, I might add.
Yes, thank you.
And I think you're involved in the graphic side as well.
Yeah, the business actually started out as an advertising agency. You know, we specialized in corporate branding, logo design, and all the things that come along with it, advertising campaigns and that sort of thing. Over the years, our clients, you know, gradually started, you know, wanting to know if we did web design. And just like Paul said, you know, I didn't say no, but I sure gave it a try. And now it actually makes up, you know, majority of our business.
Gotcha. So that's incredible. What is it that you really, what inspires you as you kind of get involved and get engaged with the customer?
What inspires me?
Yeah.
Seeing the client's vision for success. Like, what inspires me is, you know, they have a goal in mind.
Right.
They want to make money on the web.
Absolutely.
And it's my job to ensure that that vision comes true. And when it actually does come true, that's the thing that really lights me up. Like when they are so happy with their website, when they tell their friends and they're, you know, they say, "Oh, I told so-and-so about my website," and they love it, you know, and they give me referrals, and you know, that's the thing that lights me up.
That's awesome.
You know?
That's awesome.
So I always keep that in the back of my mind. Is this client going to be that same client? You know.
So I'm kind of hearing some similar veins. You know, like I heard customer service earlier from Paul, and now you're all about like how can I actually have my customer lit up, right? Lit up, so they're so fired up about what you deliver to them, they can't help to not talk about you.
Yeah.
And I've seen your work. You've actually done work for me, and it's incredible. I've lit up more than once, to be honest with you.
At least twice.
So what is it that you want to try to get across? I know you like focus on some like monthly type subscription based, and you do the websites, you do graphic design. What is it that you want to kind of use? Is there something you want to drill into?
Sure. Like our business is focused around three main foundations, if you want to say it that way. You know, one is the design. You know, we really take really good pride in the work that we produce out there. You know, we want to make sure that the design of the site really is attractive and actually has all the elements and components needed for people to engage with that business.
Perfect.
You know, so design is definitely a critical part of what we do. And then marketing that website, you know, doing the search engine optimization and pay-per-click ads and all the things that come along with actually promoting that website out to the masses. And lastly, one thing that really kind of sets us apart is our focus on security. Website security is such a huge thing right now. You know, we've been through the ringer when it comes to hackers. You know, and we've learned the hard way, you know, what it actually takes to lock down a site and make sure that it is ironclad against hackers.
Yeah.
You know, I've taken a lot of time to understand the whole hacking community and like what actually drives a hacker to bust into a site and take it down. And that's really helped us to actually land some clients because they are very concerned with all the hacking news that's going on out there.
I mean, it's every day. Every day you're hearing something.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So design, marketing, security.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go into the marketing world. Let's talk a little bit maybe about the SEO world.
Sure.
And the pay-per-clicks. What do you see going on there? What do you enjoy? How do you like to get engaged with when you get involved with like an SEO type an engagement agreement?
What do I like to get involved with?
Yeah, what do you enjoy about it? What do you typically see as results? Is it click words?
What I like is the organic SEO, and what
Okay.
organic SEO means is non-paid advertising of your site.
Okay.
So there's Google ads, your pay-per-click, you pay Google for those.
Right.
But then there's organic search engine optimization.
Gotcha.
That's done on the site side, where you're actually manipulating the site in such a way that it matches up with search terms and keywords that people are looking for related to your product or service. So what I like about that is that when I get involved with a project like that, I like seeing that site creeping up in the ranks.
Gotcha.
So I'll check it
cool.
from day one and say, oh, well, they're on page 6 now, so let's see what we can do.
Right.
And then, the next month they're on page 4. Next month after that, they're on page 3. And then they're on page 1, and I'm like, yes!
So that
Yes!
lights you up.
Yeah.
And then in turn it lights up the customer.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
a
where they
win-win,
wanna
right?
be.
Yeah,
That's where they want to
absolutely.
be, on page 1, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You were talking about what am I seeing in this area, because that kind of brings up something top of mind, which is
Please.
like trends
Yeah.
for 2019. One of the challenges that marketers are facing right now is voice interaction.
Okay.
On websites.
Right.
Because it's one thing if you're in front of your computer and you do a Google search
Sure.
for a laundromat or a lawn service. You get a laundry list of lawn services, 8 or 10 on a page.
Right.
Right. And you can click on the various ones. But if you're searching via voice,
Right.
find me the nearest lawn service near me. Well, you don't want a list of 12 people to go through. You want the top 3.
Sure.
So the challenge is, how do we get to the top 3? And we're seeing voice interaction and marketing becoming more and more prevalent in how websites are being marketed nowadays.
I mean, it makes sense, right? You see everything everywhere you look. Hey Siri, do this. Hey Google, do that. Right?
Yeah, Alexa.
So, Hey Alexa, do that. So, wow, that's pretty interesting. Have you had the opportunity to get engaged and have a hands-on project?
We're just starting to kind of mess around with it.
That's
Yeah.
very, very cool.
Yeah, and you have to manipulate, how things are written versus how things are said.
Okay. Yeah, that makes that
people
makes sense. It's a whole new market.
Yeah, people will type into Google something different than what they say on to Siri or Alexa or whatever.
Gotcha. Cool. Hey, so we're on Suncoast NPI ITV. It's the first edition. You want to do anything crazy? You want to talk about a little bit something that maybe, I don't know, rumor has it, you're a rock star? I mean, we talk about NPI members. We talk about NPI members being rock stars in the category, having servant's heart, and committed to the commitment to make chapters thrive. But, I don't know of anybody else that I can really, really, truly look them in the eye, like I'm looking you in the eye right now, and say, you are a rock star.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that at all? You want to bring some light to that?
So yeah, I'm in a rock band.
Boom! This guy's
Boom.
crazy. He's the man.
Yeah, I'm in a rock band called Murder the Crow.
Yeah.
And we play, regionally. In the Clearwater, Tampa Bay area. We're just starting to branch out to Orlando and Sarasota. We actually have a show coming up in Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville.
Yeah.
Man.
We just got offered to play a rock festival up there, so we're really super excited about that.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
You cut your first album?
Cut our first album. Yeah, it just came out last month.
Yep.
Full-length album.
That
You
is
can get
awesome.
it at murderthecrow.com.
What? Did you hear that? I heard a plug. I love it.
Am I allowed to do that? Can I do that?
Of
Sure.
course.
All right.
It's our show. Why not? This is all about you.
Cool.
So that's awesome. And going back to how about Suncoast NPI? How's that playing out for you? Where you've been involved for a couple of years now, and you're in the Clearwater Largo chapter, right?
Yes.
You guys meet Thursday mornings,
Thursday morning
and
at the Bel Air Coffee Company.
gotcha. Yep. And so, what's been your experience with Suncoast NPI?
It's been great. It's really been great. I think the one thing that I've come away with is really having a tight-knit community of not only business associates but friends. and we're not there to make friends, but
Right.
that's just been an added bonus to my experience there, because it's definitely added to my business.
Right.
Definitely. I've gotten referrals out of it. I've gotten clients out of it, both in the chapter, both outside of the chapter. But everybody there is just like we hug each other when we see each other. We're friends. We're it's not just a handshake. We want to know what's going on in each other's
Yeah.
lives. We hang out outside the chapter. It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world.
It's really part of the community, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And again, I was tickled to death when your name came up. This was 2 years ago with coming in to be a Suncoast NPI. I remember because back in the day, we met each other.
Yeah, we have history.
5-6 years ago at the Center Club, and spending time together on the business committee over there.
Yep.
And so. Again, like what we talk about, you are a delight. I can't believe. I shouldn't say I can't believe, but I'm thrilled that you're part of Suncoast. That you're part of Suncoast NPI TV, and incredible what you do. I've had the honor of actually working side by side with you on projects. I've had the honor of actually having projects done by you for me, and they've always exceeded my expectations.
Great.
And I really appreciate and thankful that you're part of this. And we got about a couple more seconds before we wrap up. Any last thing or two or a little tidbit you want to leave with before we close out the session?
Any other tidbits I want to leave with? I would probably say, if you're watching this and you're considering, networking as an arm to your marketing, this is definitely the place to start. Start with NPI and check it out and see what it's all about, because I think you'd be really pleased with it.
Boom! Thank you, brother. Oops. Boop. Sorry. I'm John Marshall, and we're Suncoast NPI TV, and we're coming at you now.
Good afternoon and good evening. We're back here on a Focus on Business, and today we're going to talk to John Marshall from the Suncoast NPI.
Yes,
I gotta make sure I throw that in, because everybody's like, "What's NPI?" I'm like, "Well, no, it's Suncoast NPI."
The tagline is 28 plus year young, world-class, seat-specific referral networking organization with a community look and feel.
This past year, we gave over 8,000 hours of community service back into the community. We're here to make money as an organization. We're here to make money as members, but more importantly, we're here to give back to the community and to make it a better place to live, work, and play.
So I got turned on to this organization about 6 years ago, and I really liked what it was all about. Wasn't really familiar with a leads group, a referral group, or a seat specific at that point. So that was all just kind of an understanding and trying to figure out what's what. But once I kind of got in and took a look underneath the hood, I realized there was a lot of synergies that related well for me, my personality style, and my leadership capabilities as far as having a servant's heart, and then really just kind of being involved with the seat-specific organization, and we can get into that here in a minute, but to really kind of help individuals grow, not only professionally, but personally as well. Because people, the reason they join a seat-specific group is they're there to make money.
Right.
we're back live, Suncoast NPI ITV. Wow, day one. This is awesome. We could just do this forever, right? So our final guest of the day, and you're batting cleanup, brother. It's Ben Coughanour with Mangrove Real Estate. And dude, it's a pleasure to have you on the show.
John, thank you so much for having me today.
It's great to see you, Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben, he's, we talk about Suncoast NPI. You guys heard this before, right? You just don't come in and sign a check and be part of this. We vet you out, and we're looking for people that are rock stars in the category, that actually have a servant's heart, that are committed to commitment to make this thing thrive. And this guy, this is it, man. He's amazing. He's actually a president of one of our chapters down in Central Pinellas. He meets Tuesdays lunch. But this is all about you, Ben. Let's take it away, Ben. What's going on? What type of real estate services do you like to specialize in?
John, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me today. Really excited not only to be a part of the NPI family, but to be part of this Suncoast NPI TV. I think this is an incredible step. Great step forward, great exposure, great example of what we can do with the services that we have, with the members we have. I'm a residential real estate contractor. Sorry, residential real estate realtor. I do residential real estate. I don't do anything commercial anymore. I sub all that out.
Gotcha.
I specialize in sales and investment properties. I've been in real estate going on 10 years now.
10 years?
Pretty impressive. So I got city miles. I really specialize in listings. My favorite thing to do is list homes, sell homes. That's my strategy. That's what I love doing. I try to stay under the $1 million mark. I've done a few luxury listings, what you'd call.
Gotcha.
To be honest, I try to stay out of there. My favorite listings probably aren't $70,000 condos, but I sell those as well. So the market is the market. It runs the gamut.
Right.
And to be honest, top to bottom, I enjoy what I do. So whether it's buying and selling a teardown fixer-upper for somebody to flip, or helping somebody buy their dream home they've been saving up all their life for to retire for the next 20 years of their life, really excited to do that as well.
Yeah, that's awesome, Ben. It's like, is your phone, what's your phone?
My phone number is...
It's always...
Oh, my tagline.
It's always on.
Whether you're buying or selling, remember, Ben, my phone is always on.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the tagline. I say it all the time. Mangrove Realty, we've got roots everywhere. Our office is actually all the way down in Sarasota.
Yep.
I live up in Clearwater, where our chapter is.
Yep.
I specialize in residential real estate all over Clearwater, Tampa Bay. We do have an office in Sarasota, Manatee, but I sub all those out to the other realtors in the office.
Yeah, you're amazing. So you want to talk about the areas? Want to talk about the areas that you serve? We have a PDF we'll put up here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we've got the areas that I serve. I really focus on Pinellas and Hillsborough County. I do a little bit up in Pasco. Like I said, you can see actually here on the map. So this is my Florida Regional MLS, and this is the MLS system. Everybody's heard the acronym MLS. It's the multiple listing service. It's where realtors put every listing they have on the market so everybody can see it and share it. And you'll see that our service, we actually have the largest one in the state, and actually one of the largest ones in the entire region of the United States, where we cover all of greater Tampa Bay, all the way through Sarasota, all of Orlando, and it goes all the way over basically to Cocoa Beach.
Gotcha.
And it's just really nice. You get maximum exposure. If you've got a condo listing near Busch Gardens, a family may be in Orlando and doing the search, and they're going to find it on our MLS because that's all shared. Me specifically, like we talked about, Clearwater, Pinellas County, that's my home. That's where I love to buy and sell. Hillsborough, I used to live over in Hillsborough County. I do a lot of sales in Tampa. Great market, interesting market down in Ybor right now. What's going on with the baseball stadium, or what isn't going on with the baseball stadium.
Exactly.
But yeah, I like that area as well.
Yeah, very cool. So, real estate, realtors, there's a lot of them out there.
There are.
There's a lot of them out there. So what makes you different? I mean, I know I have a few ideas, but really what makes you different, Ben, that makes you stand out?
Well, I'll start by separating realtors from real estate agents. There's a lot of real estate agents out there, and you got to look at them in tiers. So there's a lot of real estate agents that just get their license in Florida, and maybe they close one deal a year, or maybe they get their license just to take a commission check on their own purchase. That's fine. You put them in their own little bucket, and that's okay. Then a lot of people step up, they become a realtor, they join their board, they're held to a higher level of ethics, which I am a big supporter of. Frankly, whether a client's going to work with me or not, I think they should always be working with a realtor. They're going to protect their interests in the transaction, they're going to be held to high moral standards, and they should have your best interests at heart. Then the next step really is the difference between those part-time weekend realtors, the weekend warriors that close maybe 5 deals a year, and a full-time agent like myself. I pride myself in what I do. I did almost $7 million in sales last year.
That's incredible.
So when you get into that top threshold, that top 10% of agents, those are the people that really know what they're doing. And so, the simple question is, if you're going to sell the largest investment you own, Would you rather work with somebody that closes 4 deals a year and is probably going to do a pretty good job, hopefully,
Right.
or somebody that closes 40 deals a year and really knows their way around the real estate market?
I think I'm going with the latter. I'm just saying.
It sounds simple when you say it out loud, and you always get stuck in this position where your aunt that you hardly know
Yeah,
is a realtor,
absolutely.
or your neighbor down the street that teaches yoga also has their real estate license.
Right.
And I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to make it awkward at Thanksgiving dinner for you, but I also want to make sure you're getting the best service you can get.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you get the top dollar you can to sell, or if you're buying, I want to make sure you're making a smart decision both financially and that fits the bill for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And your tagline, your phone is always on, and I can even speak from experience. I mean, some of the things we're looking to expand on in our personal portfolio, and just sitting down there and having the privilege of discussing things with you, and for you to spell it out in a way that makes sense is just a delight. And you're perfect. And again, you're a perfect fit for what we do here at NPI. So let's talk about trends. So what kind of trends do you see that are coming on into the marketplace? What do you see coming up?
There's a lot going on. My background a little bit more really started in real estate investment. So I started in Tallahassee back in 2009, got in the real estate market. My background is actually with property management. We had a hotel. We developed a condo building. I got my CAM license. I was a condo manager for 2 years.
Okay.
Don't recommend it for anybody, to be honest with you. But got my CAM license. We actually bought out a few other hotels. We built a rental portfolio of over 30 homes in
Wow.
3 years. So pretty aggressive. I was working a lot more hours than I am now, unfortunately, and I think it explains the hair on the top of my head.
Hey.
I think that's where a lot of it went.
Hey,
but
you're looking good though. You're looking good.
Thank you. But my background with real estate investment really helps me key in some of the trends and what's going on in the market.
Gotcha.
I'll be honest, the market's been going up pretty strong here at a pretty good clip, and it's probably going to stay at that clip for at least the next 2 quarters. So the spring is always very strong for us here, and I think that'll probably carry through right into the summer. In the summer, we usually hit a lull, and especially with the stock market behaving the way it is, I'm not sure what it's going to be like in July.
Right.
I can tell you what it's going to be like in March, though, and so demand is very high right now. We're in January. This is peak season for new listings, and that's really where the market is. Tampa median home prices. Last year, the latest statistic I just read, we were up 10% Tampa Bay as a whole.
Wow.
Last year. So our median home price is up to $211,000. That's median. That includes everything. Condos, 55 plus 1-1 studios, all the way up to your $1 million listings. Tampa Bay, the market's up about 10%. Other big number here that matters to a lot of my clients that are investors is average rent for a 2-2 is up to $1,402. $1,402. That's only up about 3% year over year.
Right.
But realize how high that is. It really makes Tampa Bay a desirable market for investors or people that are looking for a long-term hold.
Right.
Or a lot of times you get clients that are moving and their original plan was to sell and buy, and sometimes they have that starter home, and now instead their plan is, well, maybe I rent and hold, and maybe I buy my own house on top of it and start building an investment portfolio. The other stat that I actually just got hot off the presses, I don't have a slide for it for you today, but is Tampa new home builds versus new jobs.
You know what? I think we have something.
So here we go. So this is actually
this.
brought to you by the National
this.
Association of Realtors. Does a lot of research in the background. I nerd out so hard. I love reading all these articles. So I'm always up late reading these. But this is a huge one here in Tampa Bay. So 2018, we had 51,768 new permits for new build doors. So 31,000-ish single-family homes. When you look at that and just compare to 111,000 new jobs,
wow,
it seems like it's a no-brainer there on what's going on with the market. Basic economics is always going to end up with supply and demand. So if demand is going up and supply can't keep up, prices have to react.
Gotcha.
So that's a statistic that I always love sharing. It's something that I always keep an eye out on, and it's one of the great things about our market here in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's incredible. Let me great information, and you always bring it. Like I said, you got that nerd in you, even though you're a rock star volleyball player. Maybe we'll get to that later. If not, maybe another segment. But let's talk about home values. Okay. So a lot of times everybody's gone on Zillow. My house is worth this. I went on Zillow. It's worth this. And then an appraisal comes in and you're like, wait, what's up?
That's a great question. I get this all the time. It's actually one of my favorite questions to answer, and I try to educate buyers. The best thing I can do is create a more educated client, because hopefully I do a good job for them and their client for the next 20 years of our lives. So let's start with just a basic, what is a Zestimate? Zestimate is something that Zillow puts out. Trulia does basically the same thing.
Right.
It's a great computer program. It's basically an algorithm, and all they do is they pull all the homes in the neighborhood, they look at the sales, they look at the trends, and they try to put a sticker value on your home ballpark. Raise your hand at home if you've ever let anybody from Zillow inside your house.
Yeah.
They've never been in your home. They don't know. It's just a computer algorithm. It's not even a person.
Yeah.
So you've got to take that with a big grain of salt. It's not that it's always wrong. There's times where those estimates actually been pretty close. But I've also seen times where those estimates been off by $200,000.
That's crazy.
Because they don't know the house was on fire last week. So you got to take that with a big grain of salt. As you move through the tiers of what's a more accurate market valuation, you do what's called, like I would do, a CMA, a comparative market analysis,
Right.
which any realtor can do, or a BPO, a broker's professional opinion, where we'll sit down, look at the market, look at what's on market right now active, what's closed and sold, and I'm going to give you what I think the market value of your home is. So let's say we're going to list your house. I'll always do a CMA first,
Right.
and I'll say, hey, like this is where I think market value is. This is our sweet spot to list and sell the home.
Okay.
Then we get to the third step, which is, let's say you're financing, you're getting a mortgage, you're going to get an appraisal, and that's what the bank orders, and that appraisal is going to give the bank a value of their home. And that's a completely different standard. So an appraiser is going to go in, he's going to measure your home, he's going to check all the permits on your home, make sure there's no unpermitted additions. He's going to take fresh measurements of the interior walls, exterior walls. He's going to check windows, what's updated. Is your kitchen less than 5 years old? Has it been updated? Is anything functionally obsolete in the home? Do you
Right.
still have shag carpet from the 70s? So the appraiser is supposed to be an incredibly objective opinion of price, and don't be mistaken who they work for. They don't work for me, I promise you that. They don't work for you, they don't work for the seller, they don't work for the buyer, they work for the bank. And their job is to make sure that the bank is going to write this loan and that the property is valued at least at what that loan amount is.
Gotcha.
So, appraisals I have been very fortunate with throughout my career. They usually come in right about where our contract price is. If they're out of line, then obviously something's not right.
Gotcha. No, that's great. That's great information. Hey, we're going to wrap this up. We have like 30, 40 more seconds.
Oh, geez. All right.
So, if you don't mind, what's Suncoast NPI? What's it done for you in the last 30-second tagline?
30-second tagline. Suncoast NPI over the last 3 years has given me somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 a year in referrals. I give back an average of 70 referrals that I give out from myself back to the chapter. And that sounds like something that's great for the other chapter, but really what it is it's great for me. It makes me look better for the clients that I have. They know, they like, they trust me. They know they like to trust the people that I refer. So they make me be a better resource to my clients to provide the services they need.
You're awesome, man. Hate to cut you off, man.
That's
But
all right.
We're on live TV.
We're on live TV. John, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the time.
We'll see you next week. Suncoast NPI ITV.